Hello everybody and welcome to our latest Lunchtime Livestream where we are checking out the Adventures of Elena Temple. This is something that we covered in our recent Switch It Up. Actually, our first episode of Switch It Up, we featured this game. And the dev actually contacted me and offered us a free code that we could try the game out. So I figured we'd check it out and see what it's all about. So we are going to go with the Some Toy background. It's developed basically to look like, XDR0. It's designed to look kind of like the Game Boy. So we are going to dive in here. I have played this a little bit. It's a little bit brutal. One-hit deaths are the norm. Oof. You know what I'm going to do here? Actually, I'm going to go back and I'm going to restart from the beginning. Hey, John, how you doing? So now, one thing that is interesting in this game here is the fact that when playing in handheld mode, the game takes up the whole screen. When you're playing on a TV, it actually just has what you see here, which I was not expecting. Very reminiscent of the Game Boy graphics, at least with this particular graphics pack on here. It is 20 after 2 right now. I will probably play for about 15 or 20 minutes before I have to head back. But did want to share some of Elena Temple with you because like I mentioned, the dev was kind enough to offer us a free play code after we featured the game in the first episode of Switch It Up. I did not think that one out very well. Actually, that works perfect. This is definitely a game where you have to think a move or two in advance. And it is brutal as far as, like I mentioned, the one-hit deaths. Right like that. You're actually fairly limited, too, on the ammunition you have available to you as well. Let's see. DOA, hey, congratulations on 100 subs. That's awesome. Let me know, too, as I'm going through and playing, if any volumes need to be changed or altered. I'll be more than willing to make any adjustments as we see fit. Ah, damn it. Oh, and that was just stupid. I hope everybody had a great Memorial Day weekend. It's been hot as blazes here. Oh, you dirty bugger. So this upcoming week is going to be pretty long and tough for me. I will be the race director at the first TLR Cup. That's Team Losi Racing at RC Fest. Dang it. Okay, finally got that. I will try to do some live streaming from the event this weekend. I know my company will actually be doing quite a bit of live streaming from the event, so I don't want to step on company toes, but at least kind of give you guys a look at what else I do above and beyond the retro game side of things. Now, one thing on the Scorpions is if you shoot them from behind, it's only a one-hit death, but if you shoot them in front, it takes, I think, 2. Oh, now I'm out of bullets, dang it. Alright, oh! Damn it. At least it got me back where I needed to be. I've heard the name T-Belly before. I know he's a YouTuber, but as far as like an active... And right back to where we started the stream at. I wouldn't say I'm an active follower. So I don't think I can... Oh, I can jump up there. Good. Uh-oh. Now, yep, I was going to say, I don't think that would have been an instant death. I thought that was going to take me somewhere here. Oh. Par for the course, shooting blanks. I think I can hop up here and come back down. Yep, bullets are restored. So I got my first treasure. And this brought me back to where I was earlier. Can I go down here? Is that... No, I can't. I actually haven't been down this way. So there's a ton of different levels. I don't know if they are, or if it's just like, hey, you get a coin, so you get to increase your score. I think the whole point of the coins is basically you are, you know, an adventurous, shall we say, and you are trying to basically collect different treasures as you go along. That's why you saw the jewel that I got a little bit earlier. Okay. So, well, and it's interesting too that you know, the pits are not insta-deaths as with other games, so that's kind of neat. I do think the art style is pretty neat on this. Ah, I knew I jumped too soon on that one. What do you think of Switch becoming a freaking tech toy Zeebo by getting games based on Switch? I am not a big fan of the online-only gameplay, simply because servers shut down after a while, and if I'm buying a game, I want to buy that game, you know what I mean? I want it to be permanently in my collection, and like I look at the Wii, you know, yes, I have Super Mario Brothers on 14 other platforms, so I don't need it on the Wii, but quite honestly, I paid for it on the Wii, and now that the Wii servers are shut down, or shutting down, I can't go back and re-download it at any point, which is really kind of crappy. So I will always prefer, oh, that was dumb, physical over digital releases, just because of stuff like that. I want my games. I think it's neat from a technological standpoint that you could even think about playing Resident Evil 7 on the Switch. You know, oh, that could have been really bad. You know, a system that, from a technical standpoint, has no right... Ooh, how do I get past here? I may be stuck. Well, we'll die and see what happens. Alright, brings me back here. Yeah, we'll have to die again. Azure Bahama is becoming a lifetime Netflix. It's ridiculous, but at the same time, it's kind of neat because you do... Oh, right in the boobs. You know, does give you digital preservation of the games, but if that life is so finite that, you know, you figure the Wii, you're looking 12 years and it was gone. From 2006 to 2018 that you could use your Wii e-coins or whatever you want to call it. That's not a very long life. And yeah, you're not paying top dollar for these games, but still, you are paying real money. That it just sucks that after a relatively short period of time, you lose. You know, and I see that's why a lot of people will go more towards like the retro pies and the like, because you always have your ROMs. You don't have to worry about, you know, losing your game or having a server shut down or, you know, losing access to your content. Which is funny because I am the exact opposite when it comes to my movies. I have pretty much everything. Even, you know, when I buy my Blu-rays, I convert everything to digital and have them stored on my Plex server so that I can basically, play them at any point in time. Okay, so I need 8 jewels to get past. So I wonder, too, if at some point I don't have to have a certain amount of coins to get past certain areas, too. I hear ya. Resident Evil 4 for the Wii was by far my favorite version of that game, and you played with the lights off, and that was pretty creepy. People should start earning cryptocurrencies, so converting PayPal. To a point, I agree. We're going to get our second jewel. Did anyone happen to go out and see the Solo movie over the weekend? Hearing some pretty mixed reviews, and that's being generous about it. I personally don't know a whole lot about Alden Ehrenreich, so I don't know, you know, if he was good, bad, or indifferent. Oh, stupid. One thing, you guys will be amongst the first to know. We got about 7 minutes left in this stream before I have to head back to the office after lunch here. I will actually be at the Missouri Game Con coming up the second week of August. I will be there in a couple different capacities. Ooh, that was stupid on my part. One of the capacities is I will be a gopher for John Riggs. I'm actually, since I am relatively close to where the event itself will be held, I'm actually going, I offered John basically use to my vehicle as far as I'll be heading down and taking tools and supplies with me so he doesn't have to worry about transporting them. It just makes sense. Oh, I moved a little bit too quick. I'm going. Good to be here. Be back at John Riggs Discord. See ya. Yeah, it's one of those things that, I mean, I'm going more for just to see the event and to help John out a little bit. Not that he really needs it. But it's one of those things where, you know, like I said, since I'm relatively local to the area, it's about a 3-hour drive for me. I figure I'd offer to help John and the crew out like that. And it's one of those things too. JLove81 had a video she put out earlier today about generally just the community and reaching out to help each other. And you know, if you want help in the community, you have to be willing to offer help yourself. So John's a great guy and a good friend, and I'm glad that I'm able to help those guys out. All right, I've already been here. Oh, it looks like I got to get up that way. Blan, how you doing? Must be nice. As far as what? Okay, so I've already been through here. So what do you guys think of Elena Temple? It's kind of a Atari 2600 throwback a little bit, kind of the Game Boy graphics as well. Pretty neat looking game, I think. Yeah, I am kind of surprised, like I mentioned early on, that playing on the TV, it actually reduces the size of the screen a little bit. Well, not a little bit, considerably. You get the Game Boy type screen on here versus the full screen, like when you're playing on your Switch in handheld mode. Okay, so we gotta get on that one. How am I gonna get to that? Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen. If you are interested in the Adventures of Elena Temple, it is available on the Nintendo eShop. You gotta double check the cost. I think it's only like $6.99, if not even less. Whoa! And that's one of those times when I mentioned earlier on that it's kind of convenient that the pits aren't insta-death. Okay, I was up there and I got that one. So we've been through here already. Been through there. Been in here clearly. I will say that the play control does feel a little bit on the stiff side. And that's simply, you know, the way that they designed the controls. It's, you know, pretty brutal as far as if you screw up, you're going to get punished. Ah, like right there. And there again. As I mentioned in the intro too, this was a game that we featured in our first episode of Switch It Up, which is our weekly look at the different releases coming to the Nintendo eShop. This week's episode is live for you to check out. There's 19 different games that we cover in this week's episode. So it is about that time. I do want to thank you all for stopping by. but I do need to get back to the office. Lunchtime for me is over. So don't forget to give the video a like, comment, and if this is your first time here, make sure you subscribe to check it out. This is the Adventures of Elena Temple for the Nintendo Switch. Make sure that you stop by soon, as we'll be playing some more very soon. I do thank you all for watching, and I will see you later. Bye.